But apparently, it didn't even bother streaming the last time, it just said it was and then broke my computer. So that's interesting. Let's hope it never happens again. Right. Actually working this time. Have to turn down the sound. Is that okay? Seems okay. Right. And get started now. Hopefully. Perhaps we'll have to sacrifice someone to Nvidia in order to get shit to work properly. Now to tweet out the stream. And let's hope the link actually works this time. It worked yesterday, but for a few streams it just hasn't been working. Right. Live streaming. Amnesia. Machine for pigs. Now at. That's not how you spell at. And that's not proper grammar. http://www.youtube.com/watch. Oh, damn. Now to see if that works. Well, the link's disappeared. There, it works. Good. Now we can start this shit show. Now, I've had this game for quite a while and never bothered booting it up, so why not have my first playthrough on a live stream? And also, I'll be using an Xbox controller because for some reason some of the main controls are for an Xbox. I don't know why, but you know, clearly didn't want anyone with a I hate shadow play sometimes. He who makes a beast of himself removes him from the pain of being human.
Daddy. Daddy. Please don't kill me.
radar on my screen. That seems a little dark. I'll see if I can change that. Is that any better? Just waiting for the stream to catch up. Apparently it isn't. Streaming issues and now graphical issues. Because it looks fine on here. It just looks pitch black on the live stream. I've got no idea why. Hang on. I'll just put it up to full. Sod it. Oh, got one hell of a jump. That's a Biblia. Is it? It's Bible. Well, you can see some of it. If it continues, I'll change game. Because I'm not gonna bother with this nonsense. You need to find a lantern to use first. I believe in this game, they took out the need for, what was it? Ah, there we go. They took out the need for lantern oil, I believe. Where the fuck? In my dreams, I see a man dressed in jaguar skins and feathered like a blooded saint. What came from the heart lubricated us, it crushed evil under its tread and liberated us all. The fetid heat of the jungle mirrored somewhere behind my forehead. My temple pounds, the blood boils in my skull. It feels as if there is something alive there, a rat, a damned rat gnawing through my brain, eating its way out into the world. Even the laudanum will not quell its endless hunger. I hear my children playing in the attic, but it fills me with terror, not love. What desperate thoughts are these? Oh, I can open that. And a pig mask. What's in here? Bunch of nothing. A Bible and a bottle of booze. Turn that on. Also, it appears that everything's locked. Right, is there anything else we can do? Doesn't appear that way. Is this a lantern? Oh, it's a candle. I'll just head out.
Daddy, find us!
My journal, fever dream. I wake alone to a house in silence. That missing sound of children playing is like a dark and fecund sepulchre. I've never seen that first word before. Beckoning me to begin a descent to the loam, where surely only bodies may be found. No matter, my children call and I shall answer. I will find them. Something's going on with the vision. Bath towels there. I'm pretty sure anything you can't open has a lock on it. Seems that way. Paint all over the walls. Yeah, that's just wallpaper. Do I want to go up here? Hold on. That's not. I wanted a room. There we go. Not much of a room.
I held your hand and watched the blood pool between your legs. You lived long enough to see Edwin, but not Enoch. I will take care of them, my love. I promise you this.
So his wife died during childbirth. Pig mask. I don't know why there's cages around there. Unless they're worried that someone's gonna break in and steal people away. Another pig mask. It looked like a knot, but it doesn't seem to be working. Oh god damn it. I've got the trigger buttons run. Well, there's nothing else, so we'll go here.
Papa, this way.
A ball. Can't open that? Or is it push door? Nope, can't open it. Well, make all the noises you want, but if there's nothing there, I mean... Another pig mask. Roll this down. Can we even go through that door? No. Come on, don't fight with this game.
There's a bad man coming.
I saw those kids. Be careful not to attract unwanted attention with beans. They're dead rats, aren't they? Yes. I can pick up a pair of pliers. Well, it's not gonna my inventory, so no real point. Edwin and Enoch's diary, October 11th, 1899. Daddy says there won't be Christmas this year. He's much too busy. And he says we must not disturb him He's ever so busy. He's gone for work before she wakes us, and often we are asleep before he returns. We found a bird in the garden with a broken wing. We gave it to Nanny, who said it was a filthy thing and hit it with a rolling pin. Later we crept downstairs to bury the body when everyone was asleep. There was a pig in the garden. We heard it snuffling about. Then Daddy came and said we had to come inside straight away. He was furious, but we think he'd been crying again. Another pig mask. We can move this. That should be enough to walk past. I'll go check over here. A bunch of nothing. And I wish that hint would go away. You'd think I'd already have figured that out, game.
We're hiding, Daddy.
Yet another pig mask. I don't know where I'm going with this. In there. Is anything in here? No. Just a kid's bedroom. Or at least when they were babies. Anything in these drawers? Don't think so. Bottle of booze and a note. Yes, he said, I know these ruins. He was a shabby fellow, all rotten and some malodorous disease. I caught him looking at me strangely, as if what he really wanted to know was how I knew of it. Fighting the temptation to box his ears for the impudence, I simply smiled and told him that my family's library contained intriguing travel books. The illiterate oaf did not understand that, of course. He agreed to lead us anyway. I've told the children truly, this will be an extraordinary adventure. If those old stones hold the financial benefits I predict, it will be merely the first of many. And since that is surrounded by a lot of, I believe, alcohol, that might mean that it didn't go quite as planned. Pig mask. These doors seem locked, so we'll go downstairs.
Daddy.
You don't mind if I record this, do you? I find it most useful.
Ah, you have one of those wonderful tomato pills. No, of course not, my dear fellow.
It's my own design, Professor, along with everything you see.
Most useful. You understand, of course, why the ministry sent me. That they have concerns.
That must be one of the temples that they investigated, and a map as to where it is. Thank you for that. Can I get this rifle? No. And why would you put a pig mask on something like that? Playing poker, I believe. I'll see if I can play the piano. Apparently I can't. Is there anything in here? Ah, push door. Phone's ringing.
Hello?
Precious eagle cactus fruit. Help us.
I believe he shot himself after that. Something happened. Ah, door. It's nice that the door actually appears in the painting. The children appear to be across there. Also don't know what that is. But apparently this was used to spy on the house. Some lovely drawings there. I believe, well, he's a famous scientist, I believe. I don't know about the others. And also, spying on the
This
path.
dawning epoch, this age of reason, an empire grown fat, ripe for the bleeding.
Pig mask. And since that's that means the character that we are was spying on that. And that must be the wife. That's not gonna affect the video in any way, is it? Having nude women all over the place. This is shaking again. I would love it if it didn't pause during every loading screen. Apparently it's the game just doesn't want us to read any of that, or indeed have any voice during the loading screens. Yes, I already figured out how to go. Don't know what it wants either. Another note. Daddy says we're not allowed to play with the animals anymore. We were playing hide and seek with Cook and he came and shouted at us. Just as we were going to hide behind Mr. Grumpy, Teddy. Cook says it's because of the guns in there, but he always lets us help polish them, so it can't be that. Anyway, the room is haunted. If you sneak around there at night, you can hear the ghosts in the walls behind the cases. They are often angry, or that's how it sounds. We think that's why you can hear them rattling their chains and slamming doors and things like that. We don't like it in there anyway. I'll just head downstairs.
This way, Papa. Come and see.
Another journal entry. The Weeping Ruins. Where once we sat to weep Lily's passing under weapons that cannot slay the angels to retrieve her from heaven. Look beyond the paintings, Oswald. Where once you watched her bathe, the children must have discovered those secret places and taken refuge there. But they slept attics and nurseries. But they slept in the attic when they were babies in arms, and perhaps they have hidden there now. I remember I insisted upon it, midway between my bedroom and my office, and the grand hall. That voice on the telephone, he speaks as if he knows me, and indeed I seem to remember him. Like a twin pulled away from the other at birth, I feel we are entwined, though I cannot conceive of how. I am a drowning man grasping for the surface within my own house. Beneath me, I know there are splendid architectures hidden in the dark. If only I can find the entrances.
Daddy.
So there's some fucked up shit going on in this house.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, sir. I seem to have picked up something rather nasty in Mexico.
I do understand what you've been through. A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have made all of this. Your great factory, your charities. It is a wonder for one man alone.
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.
Hold up. So, yay! Now this isn't how you play snooker. It's generally not advised to knock the balls off the table. I don't know why I'm doing this. There. I've had enough of that. Something in there? Apparently yes. You know what? I'll go down the other way. Outside. They're still following the children. Edward and Enoch. I think one. See, they ran there, but disappeared. So they might be ghosts. Or haunted visions. I don't know. An anteater? Giant anteater. An eagle. A hippo. Man's greatest enemy. Because more hippo deaths than actually sharks or... well, at least sharks. Most people believe sharks are very dangerous. Actually, hippos are more dangerous. And a bear, which I can, for some reason, move and open something up. And on journal entry on bears and bathtubs. And after the party, she took my arm and said, "But darling, however did you get from the trophy room to the guest bathroom so quickly? Everyone considers you quite the magician. My darling Lilibeth, my father's house has many rooms, and as for mine, well, it also has its secret chambers." Is that an aardvark? Probably just, well, probably an aardvark. I'm not too up on all my animal names, but I believe that's what it's called. Turn that. I don't know what that's gonna do. Can I go through here? Doesn't seem like it. I don't even know why I came here, to be honest. Oh well. Anything like that? No. Well, since there's nothing to do there, I'll just carry on. Oh, the dining room. That sounded like someone being murdered. Possibly a woman. Well, of course it sounded like a woman. Ah, I know it. I'm not German, so I won't try and read that. I don't want to make even more of a fool of myself than I already do. Apparently I'm locked in. And I don't quite know what I've got to do now. I'll have a wander around here, see if anything's changed. I didn't go through this way.
Mandus, do you know me?
Who are you? Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus. Far below us. The machine is fouled. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are engaged. If you help me, I can help you release them. Restore the power, Mandus. Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How? Where should I go? Hello? Hello?
Now, either that sounds like he's shooting himself every single time he makes a phone call, or that's him just slamming the door down. Slamming the phone down. I believe it's the second one. Although I did say he was shooting himself. But it does sound like that. Is there anything I can do around here? No? Oh well. Painting fell down. Of a woman. Still don't know what that gear did. Well, the valve did. It activated something, but I don't quite know what that something was. Suppose I'll head back, see if anything's changed. Well, I would if it would let us. I suppose that was a loading screen, so probably can't go back that way. Hell, I can't even do anything here, so I don't know. Can't go through the front door. These doors are locked. I didn't try this door, did I? Oh. Oh. Okay then. Apparently the ghosts don't want us in there. I mean, I'll go back here, see if anything's changed. Can't change that. But it would only tell us what I actually had to do. Hang on, journal. Nothing there, found documents, nothing there. Well, shit. I'll head back outside and see if anything's changed. Oh, this was the door I was trying to get through earlier. I can't get through there. Don't believe... anyway. I am to have a visitor, the distinguished Professor Ear. He's come to ascertain me... Oh, God. I'll try that again. He's come to ascertain my mental well-being after my prolonged absence from the club. But I am not stupid. He's here to spy for them. When they stalked the Kipper, he was often called to pontificate upon lacerations and missing organs. And now he comes to me, to doff and wheedle and my dear sir, but you must still grieve, and perhaps just a quick look at your engines, the triumph of the age. He knows nothing of loss, nothing of sacrifice. But to refuse, that would simply poke the hornet's nest, invite a swarm of interlopers and thieves. I must entertain this buffoon and submit to his intrusion. Perhaps I should show him the trickery. See whether his stomach, so trained by rummaging in the innards of clumsy, vivisected whores, is strong enough to stare into the real engines of this golden age. I may even introduce him to Jack, or his sons at least. We have stronger locks on the windows now, and we must bring their toys to them. This bathroom's open. Ah, something to unlock. Oh, there's blood. I'm guessing it's blood. Either that or he's not had a very good time with drinking that wine. But seriously now, how could one spill that much wine? And it all heads up into that. Dead rats. Don't really know what it wants from us, unless I can jump into it. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it, but you know. Can't go through there. All the lights are flickering. Something's got out. All these gates are now
I am
closed.
after I will cry all the way home. I will have none. I will have none at all.
He's coming. Come on, Daddy. It's this way.
Journal. A curious discovery. Metal ticking as it cools and contracts. This must be the strange machine my new friend told me of. If my children discovered this place, it is entirely conceivable they strayed downwards, delighted in their discovery. Very well, it seems my route is predestined, the descent begins. And it won't let us out of this screen. Oh, my controller's just stopped working. There we go. Got sorted. Can't go in there. Another pig mass.
Come and see, Papa. We found an egg. A stone egg.
Ah well. Yet another loading screen means another pause in my live stream. But the staircase collapsed, and now there's no way back up. And I'll likely have
Come
a
on,
shit
slow coach. It's this
scared
way.
out of us. Journal trapped. Was it a trick that That voice on the phone who seems so close to my own, who seems to know me so well, does he lead me for a nefarious purpose of his own secret devising? But do I have a choice? Even though his motives are unknown to me, I must find my boys. I will follow the machinery down to the very core of the earth if it will lead me to Edwin and Enoch. Apparently there's another. No? Just the thing won't go away.
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the flood waters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water. I will help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
Something's above us. Oh, a big red button to press. Can't do that just yet, since the fuse is up. There's a push? No, it's not. It's barred. Lower this. That should be enough. Get a new fuse. And then start this engine.
Bandaged feet and eyes, small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. Damn this wretched soul. I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
I believe this is what I'm supposed to do. Probably not. Oh, I managed it. Down here. Anything around here? Don't believe so. Suppose we just head back down. Can't go through that way. This opened up. Do you mind? Well, that's not open. Oh, this is though. Jesus. What the hell happened down there? Journal entry. The saboteur's been this way. Intriguing, the gates are far too heavy for a man to lift, and are instead hoisted aloft by a chain coiled around a tube that appears to be spun by motors connected to these electrical switches. Whilst the fuse is blown, the motor cannot be spun, and the gates will remain an impenetrable barrier to progress. And more electrical sabotage. Another confounded fuse box. The fellow is thorough in his sabotage, if somewhat repetitive. The stench from these barrels is quite discomforting. I would certainly hope that whatever chemistry this room is designed to store is not a defining feature of the flood that threatens my children. I hope there's a fuse in here. Von Reichenbach writes of the Odic force. Whilst that ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and inard, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was wiser, but here in our temples of steel I have witnessed the severed head of a man, recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage. Immersed in a solution of the Brennenberg compound upon his eyes. No, it's open. Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where's my body? We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dead darling Lily. It is too late for you, but I promise you this. I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness with this wonderful concoction. So someone was planning on using the Brennenberg solution to bring back the dead. I have heard of the Brennenberg solution before. There's that thing again. I guess I'll follow it. That was a pig squeal I just heard. Oh, it's locked now. Well, shit. Now what do I do? Oh, there's a fuse. Preferred if the flashlight, well, the lantern didn't flicker. That's not what I wanted. There. The children appear to be running off in that direction.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
Do you? Preferably out of this godforsaken place.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
told you he'd come.
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. And you built it all. Good God, man. You have been busy.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine, and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
This appears to be an old-fashioned clean room, like a decontamination room. Flood breach emergency shutdown in place. And now and we're back. Now, don't go in there.
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled and you harvest the crust from my eyes, making it clean and this, that my thoughts and words can unfoul it be.
Anything in these drawers? No. But then what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brute were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I have seen these things and I will tell you now, no. No, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this I realize that they are no different to the masses, they are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we must cut the man. In order to cross the great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. And a shirt in there. Can I open that? Yes. Oh. Lovely. And a note. In America they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into a very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us? We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me, there's a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. And that painting again. Can't really do anything in here. No. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry, using low levels of laudanum derivative in feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means we can use music to further suit the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. Warning: fueling pumps, volatile chemicals are in use. These materials are highly corrosive. Wear protection. Locked. Can that be opened? And we can pick up the pig and basically throw them around. But yeah, they're talking about slaughtering pigs. And basically, a machine for pigs means this is all like, what is it? Experiment on them? Hold on. What? Fine. Can't use that just yet. You know, I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm gonna end the live stream there. And if it's requested, I'll continue this game at a later date. I find it quite interesting, and I would like to continue, but, you know, I've got stuff to do and I'm a bit tired already. But it's been alright. If you like this video, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more, please consider subscribing, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.